Folks, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name's Jordan Dahl.
I'm kind of Nate Balding.
I am mostly Roger Norquist, but I've transformed since the last full moon.
Transubstantiation, I believe they call it. Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstroko Goat Milk, the only milk made from real goats. You can taste it. It's good. It's good. It looks like milk.
Then it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Did you guys know you can buy milk in the store finally?
I did know you can buy milk in the store.
Mm-hmm. Filled with vitamin R. Some aren't, though.
Yeah. You don't really need to get vitamin R is the thing.
No, you need it. Just like niacin. You could use 200% of it.
And just like goat, really. Not enough people are getting enough goat, I find.
I think I have 0% in me. How bad is that?
Dude, it used to be that, Middle Ages, you'd get all the goat you needed just walking through town. You know?
It was a goat-heavy society. It was
Drinking
in the air.
Water, exchanging money. Now, people in the city barely get any goat at all. And you can see it. You can see it in the dismal, the droop in their step, the lack of horns in the youth. Nobody's eating cans anymore. Monstroko goat milk. Chug. Wait. No, it's Jack.
Oh, it's solid. However, whatever accent you throw on it.
Yeah.
Well, we have, I think, a special episode. We went doll mad.
Yeah, we've gone doll mad. We have the doll fever. Did you guys know that the secret lifeblood of the internet is people selling haunted dolls to one another, just exchanging the same $100 bill?
I had theories about it, when you go to eBay, gentlemen, I'm proud to say I have 10 extra dollars and I've invested them in eBay.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So you might even purchase a haunted doll.
And someday.
The price is right.
But I've gone to their prospectus, which is something us fancy stock people say all the time. And
Can you tell what a prospectus is to people who have slugs for brains? Like
no.
Me? Okay, thank you.
No, but
I'll sit over here in the dunce pillar.
But on the prospectus, it does say that, oh yes, haunted dolls, baby.
Oh, really?
And then a picture of that stonk guy with haunted dolls and just line going up.
Oh, wow.
So yes, you are 100% sure.
That stonk guy's a fucking financial genius.
You are 100% correct. eBay's money and lifeblood is haunted dolls.
And I've always known this, and I suppose we've always known this. We've always kind of dabbled. We've done
many segments.
We've done many a segment, but let's get in there. Let's get our hands frilly for once, as they say in the doll collecting world. You've got your kind of standard haunted dolls that you see in media. You got your Annabelles.
Mm-hmm.
You got your
Roberts.
Robert Big Ups. These are the monsters of haunted dollitude. When they do the tour, when they do that tour every year, the Monsters of Haunted Dolls.
Yeah.
These are the guys that are on it. And they put Robert on the stage at Red Rocks for 45 minutes and everybody just watches. And every once in a while, a chill goes through the crowd and everybody claps.
It's hosted by Chucky.
Yeah.
He's all like, guys, I know I play a killer, but these guys are real killers or something, however Chucky sounds. I've actually never seen it.
That was pretty
because
good.
100%.
They scare me.
Yeah. Chucky's scary.
You're on the level.
Haunted dolls are scary. Dolls in general are kind of scary because we put a little piece of ourselves into them. We pretend from a very young age that they are people.
Right. And it's a mirror into the soul that you don't want to see.
Truly. And it is, especially when you're a little kid, you put all of your hopes and dreams in there and it becomes kind of a protector. And it's like, if we are beings of psychic and spiritual powers, who knows what we're building with our minds. in those fucking dolls, some sort of egregore of souls. Who
So
knows?
what you're saying is I should probably stop putting my soul into this adorable bubonic plague stuffed animal that I have.
I'm just saying.
No, I think you should continue to do that.
That should continue. That has become a wholesome daily ritual for you, and it's really helping you day to day.
It's plague, and he's a bacteria that keeps the bad bacteria away.
Oh fuck, I love those. The bubonic plague.
Little stuffed
stuffies.
animal. Yeah. They're adorable.
They're great. Boy, I'm reading a book called Between Two Fires. Have you read that?
No, is that about the bubonic plague and the grimness between two fires that I assume are burning corpses?
It's about a really gnarly, it's like the plague, but there's also monsters and demons like roaming the land, and a knight has to slay them.
And a knight.
Well, and he's a bastard. It's really good. Can't recommend it enough. Between Two Fires. Anyway, yeah, it is a strange, imagine if you were a wayward spirit or something, right? You're a ghost. You've been
correct.
You got correct. You got kicked out of the house you were haunting. You're looking for a place to, nobody talks to you. They can't see you.
I'm lonely for sure.
And then you see someone feeding and pouring all of their love into this doll. And you're like, well, I could just get in there. I could just be that. And then the love is mine, and I'm not even stealing it. It's meant for me. And I can grow into something.
Yeah, that's some real shit right there.
It's a theory. I want to talk to you guys about Letta.
Okay. Letta's the doll you bring to the party?
Yes. Letta is a haunted doll that I learned about on the Papa Meat channel. Shout out Papa Meat.
Let me share it if you have good pictures as well.
You can now picture. Everyone There's an entire
can share.
Article here of Letta just scowling.
It's just scowling.
Her full name is Letta-Me-Out.
What?
It's pretty spooky in and of itself. This is from pedestrian.tv. This is an Australian article by Melissa Mason, published in September 7, 2018. It says, meet Letta-Me-Out, an extremely haunted 200-year-old doll from Wagga. Oh, and there's music on the site that I was unaware of.
Apparently, I wasn't going to stop this.
I love it. Leave it. Please leave it. I'll read. Okay. Hello, it's me, PTV's resident haunted doll editor. I gave myself that title because I refuse to let anyone write about cursed dolls and supernatural stuff. Melissa Mason, she's a real card down there at Pedestrian. So we're going to talk about a haunted little marionette named Letta-Me-Out. Letta-Me-Out has actually been a thing for years and years. Here's some interesting video footage from 2002, for example. Are we ready?
Yes, you can share. Hit us with it when you're ready.
I'm just going to make sure I've got the
sound on. Yeah.
Sound on.
Because you got to hit a button. Like in what part of a fun Zoom party?
Look, so we'll save it for group.
Sorry, everyone.
Save it for group Zoom torment survivors group. All right, this is Letta.
Letta-Me-Out. Sorry, everyone. It's so silly.
No, you're right. You're doing the right thing. Is that way too loud?
If you believe in voodoo or extrasensory
Perfect
power,
for now.
Kerry Walton of Mount Cotton has a tale for you. It's a kind of rags to riches story centering on a spooky-looking doll. And after Kerry's change of fortune, he's refusing some very generous offers from would-be buyers. Doug Murray discovered there is a spooky side to an ancient gypsy toy.
Well, yeah. It's an ancient gypsy toy.
Under a derelict house in country New South Wales. A 200-year-old doll, the type used by fortune-predicting gypsies.
Oh.
It frightened me. Put the wind right up me. And then after I'd settled down a bit and realised what it was, I thought, oh, geez, this nice find, you know.
Kerry Walton sensed a lifetime.
Now, until I see a Romany person tell me what this doll is for, I think this is just some racism.
Future good fortune.
Because how is a marionette going to fucking tell the future? Sorry.
Look, it's an Australian person.
Yeah.
Even more removed.
Well, sometimes he looks like he's grinning, and other times, you know, depending on what shadows are in the house, it looks like he's a bit unhappy. You know?
said
that's
Headline,
freaky.
I was getting she.
Satanic influence. Local dogs went into attack mode.
Whoa.
Close to the doll. A weird
Yeah, because it thinks it's a stuffed animal for it to destroy.
I want to play with
They
that.
tell us we've got to put the doll over in the shed before they come up.
Kerry's shed doubles as his place of business for storing his collectibles scrounged from around the state for resale.
We're going to watch this whole thing. It's only about
it's
a minute
an
left.
Australian person.
Somehow, seemingly ordinary junk in the shed became valuable overnight. Worth more than Kerry's wildest imaginings. He cashed in. Suddenly, there was money to spend on the trappings of success.
He bought all those palm trees.
On Brisbane's outskirts. It was an
bought
amazing
South Australia.
lifestyle reversal.
Well, good for him.
Housing Commission house.
Let-Me-Out.
Broke all the time, no money at all. And he turned up and things started to change.
Wow.
The once shunned doll moved indoors.
A good curse.
I love
Now,
the production
whenever Evelyn
value on
selects
those.
lucky lotto numbers.
The shadow of the doll moving forward, like it's a good shadow.
Oh, he
Kerry's
helps her
attitude
pick
towards the doll changed
lotto
from
numbers.
indifference
Look
to
at this. He's like a
affection,
son they never had.
especially when big money offers started coming in.
I'll make you
I'm
rich.
telling this guy, I said, no, it's not for sale. But, you know, he went up to 10,000. You know, I said, you know.
I mean, at that point, do you share the good luck? Is that what the doll wants? To where like you pass it
No.
along?
Saying
No.
everything.
But his job is complete.
No, he's not for sale at any cost, Doug.
Would you consider a swap?
Haunted doll for haunted doll.
Oh, yeah, maybe the Cow or diamond in the crown jewels, the Queen's crown. I'd swap him for that.
Meanwhile, that good luck continues.
This is wild.
Mobile home. A trip around Australia.
I don't know.
Sure, it was court ordered, but they got to go on a trip.
We say we won't.
Court ordered. You must kiss all the poisonous spiders of the land. Adorable. It's hanging out the window saying bye to the camera. They have
HenryRingmaster.com. They have fun.
That's why the doll's not like giving them anything bad. They have a lot of fun with that doll.
They have lots of fun with the with Let-Me-Out, and it is a weird. There's like echoes of like a fae like relationship here, where it's like this kind of scary thing, but they treat it with respect and they're nice to it, and it rewards them, you know. But who knows? I mean, maybe they'll displease it. Let's read on, shall we?
I don't think they can, but let's read on. They seem so together. This seems like the buddy comedy I need this summer.
Yeah. Let-Me-Out was originally found underneath a house in Wagga Wagga, as all
underneath the house.
Underneath a house, as all good haunted dolls are found. This was 46 years ago. And owner Kerry Walton, apparently, according to Listverse, who gives absolutely no citation as to where they discovered this information, named the doll Letta-Me-Out because of its apparent European gypsy heritage.
Oh, so they just were like...
kind of guessed.
So they also have a confusion of the Romany people and Italians.
He was given the name Letta due to his
might
European,
be a little bit anti-Semitic.
European
plus
gypsy
that.
heritage, or because the doll occasionally screams "Letta-Me-Out."
Okay, so the doll itself is stereotypical Italian.
This really ties in with my imaginary scenario of Letta-Me-Out wandering the halls of Carrie's home, whispering "Letta-Me-Out,
Letta-Me-Out,
truly,
Letta-Me-Out, Letta-Me-Out."
Carrie now lives in Warwick, QLD, and still has Letta-Me-Out, who apparently is still on his BS. I reckon he walks in the nighttime. We came in here as a new house, and I've never heard so many strange things in my life. He reckons house objects often shift overnight, that the doll has actually moved in front of people, and that there are scuff marks around his house. Scuff marks, like small doll-sized shoe scuffs on the floors. This is in the article. Why is Carrie so chill about this? Carrie reckons the doll was owned by a ye olde child who drowned after this happened during an interview with a psychic. This is a quote from Carrie. A clock fell off the wall when she was done doing the interview, and when she was telling us about the kid that drowned, he moved into her lap. He moved into her lap.
You know, like dolls do.
I'm starting to think we shouldn't have filled him with such unnatural life and so much, personality.
I don't know what I would do if the doll that was beside me or anywhere around me crawled into my lap. I would go, it's time to leave.
Sure you do. You would scream and run.
I would scream and run. Yeah, no, I know exactly what I would do.
And lie down in the street where nothing can get you. No, I would do the same thing.
You have to be, it becomes a baby.
And that's the problem. That's the problem they're in.
The Nate Balding story.
They've poured life into it. They've started to worship this thing. You could do the same thing with a garden gnome and you end up enslaved by an elemental.
I'm just saying, I've always wanted to own a thing that I thought that I could also drown again.
Yeah, in a pinch to kind of work out some aggression. And then afterwards you apologize and everything's fine.
Just for funsies.
Yeah. And then everything's fine until the next time you have to drown them. Letta-Me-Out has his own Facebook page if you feel like inviting his demon into your daily life. He also has an Instagram account. And you can actually go meet Letta-Me-Out, and he does appearances around the country on request. We can actually go to Letta-Me-Out's website and hire Letta-Me-Out to come scare our school children. I don't know. I don't really know what the performance was.
It's obviously to scare the school children.
I'm fucking here for it.
I'm trying to find the website, though. It's apparently not as easy to find as...
Yeah.
As I wanted it to be.
That's Letta-Me-Out, folks. That's an extremely haunted 200-year-old doll from Wagga Wagga, Australia. What other dolls do we have for them in what I'm calling Werewolf Radar's Haunted Toy Chest?
Okay, so
let's dig into the toy chest.
I Googled most haunted doll because Jordan was all like, I have the most haunted doll. And I was all like, how many could there be? And it turns out there's a bunch we've never heard of before.
So many, guys.
There was even like a couple.
When you're not looking, the internet fills with them.
There was even like a couple, like Peggy and Marge, who are a haunted duo doll. Yeah. But that's for another episode of Doll Talk.
Doll Talk.
Right now from theparanormalguide.com.
Boy, I should be doing a show called Doll Talk, huh?
Yeah, we should. Let's wrap this up and start doing Doll Talk with Jordan Doll.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, think. Okay, so here we are. The Paranormal Guide for all things paranormal strange. I don't know where the music's coming from.
JavaScript songs on their websites now.
No, this is the same thing that was playing on the other.
Oh. Then this is just something you've got open.
Go
to the Steam community. I'll bet it's that game you were playing.
Oh, it is. Anyway, it's good. You're right. It's good background music.
It still rules. Yeah.
This is the trailer music to Fear and Hunger. If anyone wants to, I don't know, get the soundtrack.
And I'll tell you, if you do a paranormal podcast about spooky dolls, it fits like a fucking glove.
So Mandy, the haunted doll.
Look at Mandy.
Look at Mandy.
Ugh.
Let's
oh my god, look at Mandy with the dress off.
I hope that's getting larger.
It is.
Yeah, right.
in time with the music. It's perfect. Yeah, Mandy looks like the cover of like a VHS that I'm scared to rent in the movie store in like 1998.
Yeah, for sure. And even if the movie's bad, like that cover's doing the heavy lifting, and I'm here for it.
And I can tell you that movie is dolls.
So let's read the words of, and I don't think he credits himself, sadly. Oh no, Ashley Hall, 2013, for the Paranormal Guide, who I don't know who this man is. I assume that man is now, or that man, Ashley is now that man, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, got it. I think.
Mandy, the haunted doll.
Mandy, the haunted doll, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Mandy.
So Mandy, the haunted doll was donated to the Kensnell and District Museum of British Columbia in 1991. Almost immediately, she gave the impression of being quite a creepy doll, leaving people feeling uneasy, especially when unexplained activity began to take place around her. The curator of the District Museum in British Columbia, Canada, was sitting at her desk when an antique doll was plonked down in front of her. Being donated to the museum was a 90-plus-year-old doll, the donor stating that it was getting old, was fragile, and she did not want her young daughter playing with it and further damaging it. So it came to the museum damaged with the scars on its face.
Oh, okay, good. Well, I mean, good. I would hate to think that it got to the museum and they were like, kill it.
There was some lady attached to this. The scars appeared on the doll after she fucked up her face.
Yeah, the woman is perfectly fine, but the doll keeps getting her injuries.
I would take that.
Yeah, that's all right, actually.
Doll to take my damage. I would go to so many places. I would start so many bar fights with small people and then let them win. Because that's the point of this curse. You know, the doll takes the damage.
Because they need the win?
No, the small people don't. Wait, do they? Let us know in the comments, little guys. So the doll belonged to the woman's grandmother, but rather than being sad to be parted with what should have been a treasured possession, the woman seemed anxious to be rid of it. The curator took hold of the doll and immediately felt uneasy. She chalked up the feeling to the fact that the doll had an incredibly creepy look to it. We all saw that. I'll put a picture up again for the YouTube people. Just know it's got a smile, what seems to be a fat lip, and then a scar, 2 scars over the right eye.
Okay.
Pretty badass, if you ask me, for being the doll of a baby holding a lamb. Perhaps she has a gun. So its clothing was quite old and faded. The soft, stuffed parts of its body were ripped in places, but most creepily of all was the doll. So the spiders can get out and feed.
Mm-hmm.
The most creepy, according to the curator, was the face. It was realistically painted and had glass eyes, but the forehead over the doll's eyes was cracked, as we saw, causing the eye to protrude slightly. And this caused an effect of it looking like it was peering at everyone who looked at it, kind of like near to the central face. So it looks like it's just staring at you, like into your soul. Mandy was taken. Go on.
I was going to say nobody said it isn't.
Mandy was taken to the museum's workroom to undergo some maintenance before it could be placed on display. The doll was enclosed in a plastic bag to test whether bugs had infested it. Any bugs or insect leaving the doll would be caught by the bag. thus letting the museum staff know of a infestation. However, the realistic-looking scarred doll began being placed in a plastic bag added to the uneasiness the museum staff felt when they looked at it.
Yeah, no shit.
Those working in the same room as the doll swore they heard the bag rustle as if the doll had moved inside.
Yikes.
And it was not insects causing the movement either. The doll would change positions. So I guess they don't have footage of this, but they swear.
Sure. Okay. As long as they swear.
So now we go into a photo session. The doll's glammed up and ready for the lights and camera. After the initial analysis of the doll was completed, it was time to After the initial analysis of the doll was complete, it was time to photograph it, a process all artifacts at the museum undergo for the record books. Mandy was photographed and then left in the lab overnight. The next morning, when the staff re-entered the lab, they found it to be messed up overnight. Smaller objects had been thrown around the room and across the floor. Larger, heavy objects had been pushed over on the spot. This would happen anytime Mandy was left in the room by herself overnight. Like if you left another doll in there, it wouldn't be by itself and had a companion. So I guess it wasn't bored. Just like a dog, it needs a friend.
Yeah, they're playing Pinochle.
The curator likened the mess to what would happen if a child had thrown a tantrum in the room.
Oh.
When Mandy was finally placed on display within the museum itself, she was one of the first things visitors would see as they passed the entryway. They would mostly feel uneasy when looking at the doll. There seemed to be something incredibly wrong with it. At times, photographs of the doll would not turn out. They would be blurred or have strange light anomalies present in them. Let's go to one of those anomalies. Here is this. So shit like this would happen. Where'd it go? Shit like this would happen all the time. Sorry, let me turn on our background music. There we go.
Nice.
Pretty cool, right?
Sure. That looks like the music that follows that guy on the right around wherever he goes.
But here's the photo. Like stuff like this would happen. Like this was properly exposed. They do this hundreds of times. This is in the 90s to where mistakes happen more frequently because of how photos were developed, you know? So there is that. To continue on with the words of one Ashley Hall, it got to the point where visitors felt uneasy, strange light anomalies. The staff ended up placing Mandy further back in the museum in her own glass display, which I love the fact that if this story's words are true, the staff was already feeling very uneasy at this doll, thought it was moving in a plastic bag, and went, "We got to put this baby up front. Make everyone that enters the museum uneasy instantly."
Sure. Well, you want to see, it's like asking somebody else to smell this. Does it smell bad to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually a psychic inquired as to whether they could hold the doll to see what they could pick up. Upon reading the doll, the psychic felt that it had suffered such abuse, but it was not the doll that was suffering, but rather the spirit that inhabited it.
Well, no matter what, they shoved it in a fucking bag.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to be a ghost. I don't want to be a haunted doll.
It seems like a bad deal.
It seems like
a
the
bummer.
short end of the paranormal stick Unless,
Imagine how bad your life would have to be for that to be an improvement.
but we have
Very
good,
sad.
we got very good contrast here, Jordan. We have my haunted doll versus yours, and yours seems to be a case where that is a very lovely afterlife as a doll.
Letta's having a fucking great time. Letta has met some 24/7 party people.
Giving them the money glitch.
Giving them the money glitch.
Letta's has seen the good part of Perth.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Letta is a fucking legend, mate. Letta's a mate. Letta's he's a good bloke.
The doll itself has its pictures up at whatever Australia has as its Las Vegas.
yeah.
And it's like, this doll is not allowed to enter the building.
I thought you meant in the other way. Like, this doll doesn't pay for drinks here, okay?
No, because it's too winning.
It still doesn't, but only because it's not allowed to.
Yeah.
Okay, Letta being the notable exception to when you die and become a doll who is a big baller, a shot caller.
Yeah, giving people just like Post Malone, too high at the club, just giving people stacks of hundreds. Like, here's 10K for you.
I will say, looking at Letta's picture, I expected a much more severe and terrifying creature. And yeah, we kind of got, as you say, Paranormal Post Malone too high at the club.
Yeah. And then mine's all like
hooking everybody up.
This lamb that the child's holding belies the curses and madness which it will infect you with.
Yeah, yours is very Eastern Europe.
So, origins. Are we ready for, in theory, the story?
Jeez. I don't know if I'm ready to watch Mandy.
The story behind the story.
Sure.
Of Mandy.
Hit me. Is it terrifying? Is it as terrifying as you're building it up to be?
I haven't read it, actually.
Oh, God.
A man was walking past the farmhouse when he thought he heard some crying coming from within. The odd part about this child's cry was that the passerby knew the farmhouse to have been empty, abandoned, so no child should have been present.
Okay, so you just keep walking. You just go home.
No.
That's a trick.
He walked up to He walked up the drive, knocked on the door, and of course, no answer. And the crying continued, so he had a look around.
Is anyone crying in there? Hello?
He entered the empty farmhouse and discovered the crying came from below his feet.
And there were, of course, 3 holes in the wall.
Not knowing how to access...
fans of the original 3-hole street joke, that was a real out of the parker.
Not knowing how to access the building's cellar from the inside, he went back out to find the external entrance.
Still fucking on board. He's like, the baby is under the
because
floorboards.
What if it is someone
must have gotten out of the crib?
What if, in the sad case, and it happened, someone abandoned the child because they were unable to deal with it, and any life in their eyes would be worse than death?
And I understand that in real life, it's easy for me to sit here and talk.
Yeah, sorry, I brought us all down there. That's the case I think he thought it could have been.
I think if I was in that situation, I would, at the end of the day, be like, dude, are you going to leave a fucking baby in the basement?
You have to just double check. You
got to double check. Also, can anyone explain to me why I made the guy German?
Because I was going to say that. I think this took place in Canada.
Okay, easy fix. No problem. Fix it in post.
With the Canadian filter on Premier's new Canadian filter.
Oh, a freaking bairn down in the Dunkus there.
So sorry.
That's what we call basements up here. We call it the Dunkus. It's just a little bit off, but it sort of makes sense.
So we have the crying. He can't find an internal entrance to the cellar. He goes outside, finds storm doors. Light illuminated the room.
Bro, what are you doing?
He made a shocking discovery.
Oh, that's him opening the door? I thought he meant like the room was glowing.
No, I also thought the room was glowing.
Yeah.
Light illuminated the room as he opened the storm doors, and he made a discovery. The body of a young girl who was long dead with a doll in her arms.
Dude.
Oh my God.
So you took the doll?
It was already cursed.
Listen.
Absolute
Curses,
fucking rube.
curses don't enter society if not for the good intentions of civilians like you and me taking dolls out of dead girls' hands.
You know what? That's actually a good point.
No, it's not. No.
If it was for you, Jordan, there would be no curses in our society.
I need you to both promise me that if you are in this situation, you will leave the doll where it is right now.
No, I can't. I have to bring the curse back into civility.
Or else we won't know what happens. This is a plot point. You have to pick it up. You're right.
So it is not, and this is the legend in theory. The line before this says, what developed from this is an origin story to the spirit inhabiting the doll.
Okay.
This cannot be proved and may just be legend or folklore.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah, that feels a little bit more. I'm comfortable with that. This being
I don't have police
lore
records saying this is what happened.
that some kid came up with. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, this is the Purple Bishop of Doll Worlds, if you're familiar.
Wow.
Which is a great name for the penis.
What a deep cut.
But it's also a Colorado legend.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy cut.
And when I try to tell people about the Purple Bishop, they're like, we don't need to hear about your dick joke. And I'm like, it's not. This is something real.
Stop. Sit down. This is something serious. It's about ghosts.
Sit down in front of the fire and be spooked.
A storyteller flailingly trying to insist that people are spooked is so funny.
I really want that to be like
a Tim Robinson sketch.
Yeah.
Any forward-going Werewolf Radar merch should say, sit down on the fire and be spooked.
God
just
damn
Spaceman Joe, eyes bugging as kids just play on their Game Boys.
I do. Yeah, exactly. They're paying attention to their phones and shit. Tim Robinson, just it's a pig lady. It's a purple bishop, but you don't laugh at it. It's not a joke.
Like an RV in the background being pushed over by a Bigfoot.
Stop it! Stop it! My tails are in there.
So back to this legend that is both scary and was a jumping off point for everything we just created.
Although, dude, I'm like a Mr. Wilson horror host is so funny. He's just getting bedeviled by the monsters the whole time. They have no respect for him. Okay.
So no one knows why the girl was in the cellar. She died. That's all we know.
But he found the doll and he was like, oh, I probably need this for a side quest or something.
As proof he saw what he saw. No one's going to believe him. He's like, and she was holding this doll. If it wasn't the truth, how else could I have gotten this doll?
Light shoots out of it, aging everyone in the room.
So the doll, no one knows why the doll or the girl was there. It's obviously the theory is that girl is the spirit inside the doll. A horrible story, Ashley writes, and no doubt a story you may not believe. However, there is a link between some aspects of the doll's origin and the woman who donated it to the museum. Kernel of truth. Let's grasp onto it, boys.
Okay.
I love Kernel of truth.
I will cling to the side of it all the way to the new world, my friend.
When strange events surrounding the doll had started to take place at the museum, the curator decided to visit the doll's previous owner. It was here she learned the truth. The owner had not donated the doll for fear of her daughter breaking it, but it was the sole reason. Then she would have placed the doll in a box and out of reach. Let me read that like I know English. If that was the sole reason, then she would have placed the doll in a box and out of reach. No.
High shelf. Classic shit.
No, the real reason that when the doll was in her house, the woman would hear crying from the cellar. When she would investigate to find the source of the sound, she would find nobody there. The cellar's window would be open and the doll on the floor.
So even then, you don't just like, God, this is like irresponsible. You know, this is like finding an apple with a razor blade in it at the grocery store and just like putting it back. You know, it's like you don't give it away. You don't be like, hey, oh no, this car is full of snakes.
No, you give it away.
I better donate it to cars.
This is
for
exactly
kids.
what Indy was talking about.
No,
You give your cursed objects to Indiana Jones in the museum. They're the only people qualified to handle this.
Give it to Zach Baggins. He's like a modern day sin eater. He's like a piece,
yeah,
he's like a piece of wood that we can hammer all our curses into and sink in the ocean.
You're not wrong with that. Here's some frightening photos
that is the
of
purpose
the doll.
he serves, and I love him for it. I finally found a reason to respect and like Zach Baggins. He's a curse sponge.
So some frightening ones really
song. He's here.
Really accentuating the scar over the eye.
Yeah. Mandy does look happy.
She seems happy. And if anything, she just throws a tantrum because she needs some food or something, you know?
Now, I wouldn't say she seems happy.
I mean,
looks happy.
Look at that
But
one. I mean, this one looks like she
seems-
seems like she's just getting by. And then this one, she seems happy.
Quite spooky. I guess you're right.
And then the photo of her that didn't come out. Why did you strip her down? What's going on at this museum, curator?
They wanted to see what was under there.
Yeah, no, fair enough. You got to categorize everything.
They're museum freaks.
Yeah, this is like an unpleasant mugshot. Okay, wow. Yeah, Mandy, spooky. I don't know if the music's doing a lot of heavy lifting, but yeah,
For that
spooky.
part, let's go to some comments. My story's got comments, and then I'll pass the torch. I know I've gone long, but Mandy was thick. The backstory, which might be true, maybe not, is scary, but the doll itself is not. I'm usually not put off by old dolls, but this one actually looks sweet, aside from the cracks on her face. Another person says, I'm scared of haunted dolls, but not this one. And then references Amalea, the haunted doll. We'll look into that.
Amalia?
Amalia, sure, man. However names work. My ma'am had one of these dolls. She got in 1959, and it's called Mandy. So the comments are kind of tame here.
I've got Amelia. Oh yeah, Amelia seems to be quite famous.
We'll go into a real segment like that. So that's my doll that I'm facing against yours. And to be honest, I think Pokemon style, because I haven't taken good care of my doll, kept it in a glass jar, shown it off, you know.
Right.
I think the power of friendship might win. I think your doll might win because it was cared for like Pikachu in episode 3, season 1, where Pikachu beats Brock's rock Pokemon.
I remember the whole thing. It was a formative time for me.
Yeah. Big gym thing.
Still can only get aroused by rock monsters.
Yes, well, that is something we share.
Well,
yep.
I
see you down at the Slag Pit. It's a club we go to.
There's a recent episode of The Boys that
oh yeah, the lava guy.
Yeah.
Who's cranking it to volcanoes. I've seen a
who's cranking it to volcanoes, just like a volcano.
Yeah.
That's
it's a whole Ouroboros kind of. He's a bit of a cum golem. If you want me to say it out loud.
What is that show and comic?
The Boys is it's like a subversion of
I thought I knew. I read the Wikipedia and then people tell me stuff like that and I go,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like the idea of the comic was like if Superman was a real person, he would be a fucking
that part is part of the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
The cum golem you just mentioned is not.
Oh, and it's also very irreverent.
It's really just Garth and his hates superhero stuff. And if you read it in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
perhaps,
Yeah.
it was something interesting.
And
Yeah.
Not so much anymore, really. But
I mean, it's still good stories because it's Garth
Yeah.
Ennis and he's a good writer.
And I
but
think-
it is a bit edgier than we have come to expect.
didn't Garth Ennis do like reptile
for.
Batman or something? Like he made a
Probably.
series all reptiles. And
Yeah,
I find
he's-
that the funniest.
he's done a bunch of shit that was like, fuck this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now everyone's a reptile, and we'll play with that, like Jane and like Pride and Prejudice and zombies. Just so
Right,
like we're just adding zombies to it,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
can make good literature. Don't get me
Sure.
wrong.
Sure. All right,
Anyway,
where
Nate,
were
the
we?
skull's yours.
All right. Well, can you give me the music?
Oh yeah. What in a roundabout way. Yes, sorry. One moment.
Because who is Lily? So much more than a novelty. Lily's roots date back to the 17th century, when practitioners of the occult used handmade figures to fend off resident spirits and vicious ghosts. The original Lily doll was a recreation of Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess.
I gotta say, it's weird how well synced that
Yeah,
music
that was really good.
thing on our segments.
Yeah.
I felt like I was doing it right.
No, we did it right there. Everyone, acknowledge in the comments of whatever you're watching this on that we did it right. We don't ask for much from you.
Anywhere, Jesus.
Anywhere's what I'm
Well,
saying now. Don't worry.
So
about
I blew it immediately.
it.
So the Lily doll is recreated a bunch of times and distributed all over the place. But
That seems dangerous.
supposedly captures her appearance and wards off other hauntings.
Okay. It's kind of a citronella candle for ghosts.
Yeah.
Because I heard citronella candles will work too. Except for one very specific citrusy ghost who loves them.
We call him the Citrus Man. And yes, he did kill a number of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also a candle. So apparently this is coming from US Ghost Adventures, apparently. Lily first arrived at our office doorstep in 2020 in a small wooden coffin with a note attached. It read nothing more than, "Please help."
Yikes.
We went to work doing what we do best to discover the gruesome origins. Anyway, as it goes, they eventually go to Jacksonville, and they talk to a lady who had this. She had inherited this thing and sent it to them. And they went down there, and it was a poltergeist.
Oh.
Good old fashioned poltergeist?
Yeah.
They shook it out. They grabbed it by its ankles. shook that doll out.
Shit flying around the room.
Mm-hmm.
Mustard, I assume, flying everywhere, you know?
Secret stinks.
Yeah.
Cold spots, hot spots, regular spots.
All the things you could find in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Got a weird bedroom, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of mustard.
Yeah, that one corner is all soft and wet. The whole corner of the room could push through it like clay.
But apparently she got it like, I don't know. Apparently it went from wherever it was from to Florida to her home to these people at U.S. Ghost Adventures.
Okay.
It's seen as many U.S. states as I have.
Nothing
Seven.
happened,
3 to 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4. Depending if this Colorado New Mexico war goes the way I want it to.
Well, the green chili is going to be a big issue.
It always is.
That's why I love this country. Give me them girls.
Give me green chili. Green chili.
And then women in green chili costumes come out and do the green chili, which is a dance I've yet to invent. Get ready, TikTok.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a horrifying thing that was inhabited by
a poltergeist.
A poltergeist or possibly Elizabeth Bathory.
Sure. One way to tell, dunk that baby in blood. See if it turns into a smaller baby.
It is one of those things to where dolls can hold whatever. We have a wide range of nonsenses here. Like a poltergeist isn't exactly a spirit like mine was, so that's completely separate. And then yours is just the doll. Did it have an origin story of like this was a Romany thingy bobber? It was just kind of like
Elizabeth Bathory.
No, yours.
Oh, mine was they found it in a basement.
Yeah, under a house
in Wagga Wagga. Dolls are everywhere, guys. You got to spray your place for dolls.
It seems 2 out of 3 though underneath your house.
Mm-hmm.
Check your basement. There's probably a doll in there. It seems.
Mm-hmm.
We also, in the mid '80s, I don't know if you remember this, the Ninja Grip.
The Ninja Grip
was a
the
big
Kung
thing.
Fu Grip. I think I might know
the
it
Kung
as.
Fu Grip. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Wild. I remember.
Yeah. So
they
remember.
They can hold on to knives and things. We never should have done that.
They hold so
We
much.
never should have done that.
Folks, thank you for listening to another episode of Werewolf Radar, a doll stravaganza, if you will. We went into the doll fields and picked some of the spookiest dolls for you and you alone. And I think we'll come back to this because I want to know more about Amelia the Haunted Doll. Amelia appears to be just a brand of haunted doll that you can buy that has like special paradots for eyes that glow in a spooky kind of radioactive way.
There's also Peggy and Harold, who are two of the other dolls who are known for possession and dark supernatural energy.
Well, okay, we'll never run out of dolls to talk about, but what we would really like is if you guys could tell us about your haunted dolls. Please engage with us on our Discord, on our many social media platforms and tell us, have you ever experienced a haunted doll? Are you a haunted doll? Would you like to buy a haunted doll for the low, low price of $500? I will get a doll and I will haunt it this weekend.
He's going to rub so much soul into it. It's going to be chock full of spirit.
I've got it laying around. I got a frozen block of ghosts in the freezer, burning a hole in my pocket, as it were. Don't worry, Cheesebot. We will convince Lady Cheese. We'll find it's about finding the right haunted doll.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody doesn't want one in your home, they just haven't met the right haunted doll yet. Imagine, a fucking Ray Fillet from a classic Ray Fillet Ninja Turtles doll haunted by the ghosts of Macho Man Randy Savage. Get out of here. That would be wonderful. What a weekend. Come on, we'll figure it out. Until then, check us out online. If you really liked what you saw today, please go to our Patreon. You can support us with a small financial donation. Helps keep the radar twirling, pinging for those darn werewolves. Beyond that, please rate us with 5 stars or thumbs or anchors if you're on the all nautical social media platform.
Maritime radar.
Yeah, maritime radar. I think that does it. Did I forget anything? Glenn Skellington?
I think you're good. Glenn looks like he's happy with what we did. His eyes are sunken and black and his teeth are smiling.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, as ever, we are in love with you. Please join us in our sign-off line on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe.
Punch the sky, everyone. Then the new Werewolf Radar rap begins, but there's a lot of bad words in it.
Punch the sky, everyone, and kick the fridge.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.